But we begin this afternoon with the prosecution resting its case against the Oxford shooter's mother. Thank you for being with us today. I'm Glenda Lewis.
And I'm Brian Abel. It is now the defense's turn in the trial against the mother, who faces 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter for the death of 4 students killed by her teenage son. So far, the prosecution has worked to convince the jury that she was aware of her son's deteriorating mental health and did nothing.
So now we're hearing from the mother herself. 7 Action News reporter Whitney Burney was in the courtroom as she took the stand. And Whitney, what did you hear today?
This morning started with the officer in charge of the case detailing disturbing journal entries made by the shooter in the weeks leading up to the incident. However, Crumbley says that she'd never seen the journal as she took the stand to defend herself.
You swear or affirm the testimony about today as it yourself to that?
I do. For the first time, we're hearing the story from the mouth of Jennifer Crumbley, mother of the convicted Oxford High School shooter.
I thought we were pretty close. We would talk, we did a lot of things together. I trusted him, and I felt like I had an open door and he can come to me about anything.
After the defense worked to show the Crumbleys lived a normal life, Crumbley began explaining text messages between her and her son brought out by the prosecution.
Next one, I got some videos and a picture of the demon,
including this thread where the shooter told his mother he was seeing things. Crumbley said she didn't think anything of it because the year prior the shooter would pull similar pranks.
He's been convinced our house has been haunted since 2015. It was built in 1920. Around that time frame, him and his friend would go down to the basement and play a Ouija board. So they thought we had a house ghost. So it was around that time when he would mess with us that things were going on in the house. Silverware was flying across the room. Doors were slamming. He actually took a video of the door and showed me when I got home.
Crumbley also said she had no knowledge of texts between her son and his friend about the shooter's dwindling mental health. She also said although her son went through some depressed phases, she never thought it raised to the level of needing treatment and denies he ever asked for it. At one point, Crumbley spoke about the drawing her son made hours before the shooting that sparked an emergency parent meeting.
I was actually kind of angry because I thought he did that in like defiance of us yelling him about missing assignments, and here he is drawing pictures on an empty assignment page in geometry.
Crumbley went on to say the school did not express that they thought her son was a threat and gave him the option to stay at school.
I thought the advice that they were giving us was a good advice. We talked about him being sad, and then he said being around peers usually helps. So we all agreed to that. My son gets very stressed out when he does virtual school, so we agreed that it might stress him out more to do his school remotely the rest of the day. But there was never a time where I would refuse to take him home.
Crumbley went into further detail about the day of the shooting and the days after. We'll have more coming up at 6. Reporting here in Pontiac, Whitney Burney, 7 Action News.
All right, Whitney, thank you.